Good evening. It's November 8th, 2020, and this is Dan Cronkite with your nightly news. With food prices rising around the world, tonight, a look at our increasingly vulnerable food system. Food is getting more expensive. Forecasts indicate that prices will soon exceed 1.5 times long-term averages. In parts of Asia in particular, the costs of rice and soybeans are rising at a concerning rate. This trend is raising alarms among some experts about the well-being of millions of people and the stability of entire nations. Warning signs about the fragility of our global food supply have been mounting. Back in 2010, the United Nations predicted that in order to feed a population of more than 9 billion people by mid-century, agricultural production will need to increase as much as 70%. Developing nations, in particular, will feel pressure to double their output. There have been some successes. Since the early 1990s, the world has seen a decrease in undernourished people. Today, the world's hungry are mostly clustered in fast-growing developing countries in sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia. But the rising costs of food and the deepening impact of climate change and extreme weather events is creating a growing concern about worldwide availability. But this is not just a concern for the world's poor. The changing climate is also impacting food production in traditional breadbaskets, such as the United States, Canada, Brazil, and Australia. And monsoons that enable farm production from India to Indonesia are becoming less reliable. By 2030, 60% of the world's population is projected to live in cities, leaving fewer farmers to feed the growing population. There is a risk that population growth will outpace agricultural production in some areas.
In the past decade, we've seen mounting challenges to governments, international organizations, and the private sector in providing access to affordable food. Pressure from a shrinking rural labor force, limited availability of new farmland, increased urbanization, social and political unrest, and climate change-induced risks have led to global food supply disruptions.
The stakes are clear. How will our leaders in government, business, and international aid react to this growing food security challenge? The world is looking to them for answers.
Welcome, as we celebrate the 75th anniversary and third quarter quell of the Hunger Games.
We could do it, you know. Take off, live in the woods.
They'd catch us.
Well, maybe not.
We wouldn't make it 5 miles.
Welcome, welcome. The time has come to select one courageous young man and woman for the honor of representing District 12 in the 74th Annual Hunger Games.
It's your first year, Prim. Your name's only been in there once. They're not gonna pick you. next tribute.
Our tributes, Peter Malark and Katniss Everdeen.
They just want a good show. That's all they want.
There's 24 of us, Gail. Only one comes out.